Yeah.
I will say, I tried playing basketball on it and
it's hard.
I felt a lot weaker.
You'll feel weaker, which is actually a strategy I've been doing. Becoming weaker for recomp.
How does that work?
It was just kind of like a concept I had. I was like, if you don't train for certain periods, like a certain amount of time, you'll lose strength naturally. But then I also realized like people get injured because in their mind, the only threshold to keep upping or to keep elevating is more and more weight. But we're not ants, bro. Right? Like you're human beings. So there's going to be a certain extent to where age catches up and the level your max lifting catches up, and that's it.
Right.
And if you keep pushing it, you're going to get injured. But what if you stop training a little bit, started losing strength, reducing carbohydrates, and then start lifting? And when you come back, you can't lift the same amount. It becomes hard, right? So if let's say the max you could bench was 50 pounds on each side, you're carved up, all 4-pack, you're like, okay, I'm going to dial it in. I'm going to start walking more, switch up my training style, not eat as much, lose a little bit of strength, pick it up. You'll do 40 pounds, 30 pounds. It's hard. Boom, perfect. Become metabolically flexible, start reintroducing carbohydrates. You'll hit 50 again, bro. And it's like you're working your way up. So instead of like being capped and keep pushing, potentially get injured, is get capped, switch training style, become weaker, and then work your way up again. And that's something I've been doing, bro.
Smart.
Yeah, I mean, it's just switching it up, bro.
Yeah, that probably also helps you avoid burnout too.
Burnout and getting injured.
Yeah, a lot of people are...
That's the name of the game, bro. Is don't get injured. Shoulder injury, ruined. Chest injury, tear pec or bicep tear. Bro, it happens all the time. The thing that discombobulates my mind is these videos of people that clearly are lifting more weight than they should. They get injured, then it's a whole real montage of Rocky of them going back and making a comeback just to lift the same weight.
Yeah.
You're like, bro, that got you in the place where you're at. Why are you going to go do the same thing? That's not inspirational. That's stupid.
Yeah, I think people need to...
At least to me.
No, it is. People need to stop obsessing over their PRs.
Yeah.
And start taking this stuff serious, I think.
Well, I'm telling you, bro, I go to the gym. I see a man, he's 50, 60, bro, walking on a cane because he's clearly in pain with a belt, the strap belt, lifting more weight than me, bro. And I'm looking at him like, bro, like you should not be lifting that. You should be stretching. You should be like doing mobility drills, doing a lot of stuff. It's kind of like some people are just thick in the head, bro.
Damn. Sucks to see that, man.
Well, it sucks to see that because you're 50, 60, bro. And you know that if they keep doing that in 5 years, it's going to catch up. And it's not like we're talking about just being conscientious of the potential risk. And then if all your habits are bad, right? If you're if you're bulking, it's dirty bulk, and you're eating unhealthy food, and then you're trying to max weight. In your 20s, you're fine. You can pull it off. But in your 30s, your 40s, you're going to get an injury, bro.
Yeah. I'm not a fan of bulking, man. I used to drink those muscle mass or whatever. Those weight gainers. You remember those?
Muscle mass. Yeah. What do you call them? The max gainers. Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah. Disgusting.
No, it's super bad. And just, we know one of the things that took like a crazy toll on my stomach and made me tired. And I couldn't believe it because of the glycemic index, which bodybuilders recommend maltodextrose. Have you heard of that? So they suggest it's put on weight, but it's super carb heavy, bro. Like I was doing that to do the bulk, to test it out. I think I did it for 2 weeks. And I bought supply for like a year and a half. I ended up throwing it all because I'm like, this is terrible for me. So it's kind of like, it's a give and a take. But for me, pursuing health, pursuing fitness from a different paradigm has honestly been a huge blessing, bro. Because it's like being able to touch my toes, bro. Being able to do splits, being able to express my body and not feel tightness, pain. It far exceeds the volume of muscle mass.
Yeah.
Like I can tell you, those guys aren't unhealthy, bro. You can see in the texture of the skin. You can see in the pigmentation of the skin. You can see that in their stomach. It looks like it's about to blow up.
I could see that, man. Speaking of skin, you believe lotion's a scam.
Lotion's a huge scam. I mean, it's everything. It's like 1% lotion, 2% lotion, and then just tons of ingredients, chemicals, and stuff that I think is intentionally designed for that. It's like one business gives access to another business, which gives access to another business. And it's kind of like everybody grabs your money. So it's kind of like the dentist, the makeup industry. Like there's a correlation between the makeup industry and the sunglass industry and the sun and propaganda and it being bad for you, and be careful.
Absolutely.
Be careful if you have makeup on being in the sun with the toxic chemicals, or if you like, bro, lotions are botted, perfumes, colognes are botted, bro, fragrances are botted, like
sunscreen
is botted. And I see people, bro, and sometimes I don't know if I should stop and tell people like, bro, you shouldn't be wearing sunscreen. Like that sunscreen is bad for you, or just to let them be. Like seriously,
I struggle
bro.
with that too, actually.
Yeah.
Or lotion.
Yeah.
Yeah. Deodorant.
Like you can get natural good deodorant, but it's, for example, the deodorant I use, I don't even remember the brand, but I came across it because I went to some biohacking center and one of the clients that goes to the center makes soap. And that's kind of what I do, bro, is just invest in small little businesses that I know that their livelihood depends on a good quality.
Yeah.
McDonald's doesn't give a crap, bro.
Hell no. Fast food, none of them.
Bro, stock went up. They already cashed out their chips. They're good to go, right? So I think it's that beauty of like networking, connections. That's why when I travel, bro, I don't like traveling too much in different locations for small periods of time. Because for example, if I'm going to be in an area, I want to know the farmers. Like if there's local farmers, if I can get raw milk, like all that for me exceeds, in terms of health, just traveling. Because the more you travel, the more you realize there's food deserts everywhere, bro. Like it doesn't matter the resources you have. You can have Bitcoin, you can have cash, you can have meme coin, you can have whatever you want. You can't get healthy water. You can't get healthy food because it's not there.
Dude, even in Vegas, which is like a major city, it's hard to get raw milk and stuff.
Yeah.
You know? And I'm in the desert, so the fruit's not the best there. And yeah, city of 2 million people.
What are you mainly eating when you're in Vegas? What do you usually do?
Grass-fed steak that I get from the Amish or something like that.
Cool.
You know, if I eat out, I use seed oil Scout, make sure there's no seed oils.
Nice.
But it's tough, dude. There's not many restaurants out in Vegas, which is huge, that don't use seed oils.
I mean, I'm telling you, bro, if they serve seed oils, you got to bounce.
And most restaurants do.
It's
do. Tough, dude.
And a lot of times I bounce, bro.
You'll actually leave?
I'll leave 100%. 100%.
That's great.
When I'm in Malaysia, Hong Kong, and all those places, it's seed oil galore, bro.
They use it over there?
Everywhere, bro. I can't believe it, dude.
That's surprising. I thought it was a US thing.
No, it's everywhere, bro.
Shit.
I mean, India as well, bro. That's why you have tons of diabetes and unhealthy people in India, because like the combination of seed oils plus a carb-centric diet is just...
Bro, when I eat Indian curry, I feel like shit for like the rest of the day.
Yeah.
Literally, I can't move.
And here's the thing, like people are like, are seed oils bad for you? Are they not bad for you? I'm like, dude, just go off of them. Just go off of them for 5, 6, 7, 8 months. Then bring them back into the picture and let me know how your body feels. I do it, bro. I legit split test.
I can't believe that's a debate. Like that one's so obvious to me.
And the best part is when people tell me like, oh, bro, seed oils are good for you. I look at their profile. They look like they're the super unhealthy, bro. And I'm like, why would I even listen to you, bro? You look like you're falling apart.
Yeah.
Heart healthy my ass, bro. It's called propaganda.
They said Cheerios was heart healthy.
Yeah. I mean, and they also said that smoking cigarettes was healthy as well, bro.
Yeah. They say a lot.
I mean, Edward Bernays, bro, like there's correlations between that propaganda, Kellogg's, American Breakfast, like supply demand, bro.
Yeah.
Create the demand.
Well, the cigarette companies have moved over to food.
Yeah.
Because they know that ship is sinking finally, you know?
Yeah.
And now food is getting challenged. They just banned food dyes, thankfully, but the government won't be able to move fast enough on those bans.
I mean, it's hard, bro, because you're banning whole ecosystems, whole products, whole companies, everything. But the fact that they're doing it, bro, kind of brings hope.
It's a good step. It's a good hope, but you still have to be your own decider.
What I've realized as well, bro, is it boils down to us, the consumers. If you don't go and spend money to buy a Big Mac and everybody does that, they're out of business.
Yeah, that's true. We got to vote with our dollars.
Vote with your dollars, bro.
I used to eat Chipotle all the time, but they use rice bran oil, you know?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Got to bounce.
Why is that needed?
I think it's also profitable, bro. Like seed oils, they can recook it.
True.
It's cheaper. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a business for most people, bro. And it's lack of awareness for a lot of people as well, because a lot of people don't know.
So how do you eat healthy when you're traveling? Because you travel all the time.
It's hard.
You're a nomad, right?
It's yes. So when it comes to traveling, my suggestion is like a month to 4 months in a location, because the whole like 5 days here, 15 days here, unless you're going to be shooting content or have like it's hard, dude.
Yeah, you spent like a month in Miami, right?
Yeah.
Because then you have time to develop your connections.
Well, develop connection and get work done. Because if you're always like going back and forth, people don't realize that also traveling takes a huge toll on you.
Yeah, the
like,
EMF.
EMF exposure, just the traveling itself, like it takes a toll on the body. You're going from one side of the planet to another. So it's kind of like grass always looks green on the other side. You see people traveling all the time, like, oh, bro, I want to be like that. But when you're actually traveling, you know, it's like, I need to kind of stay in a place and like lock in, dude.
I got a system, man. When I travel, I order glass water to the hotel.
Nice.
It's there when I land. I find seed oil free restaurants. But it does take time, man. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
Plan everything out.
Yeah.
It's not easy.
I think just carrying snacks for a couple days is always a good plan. So like cacao bars, you can do organic grass-fed beef jerky, pistachios, Brazil nuts. I feel like having a little bit with you is always good because, yeah, the first 2 days, if it's a new location, you don't know it, there's a high likelihood that you most likely won't find anything. But that's one of the benefits of being in the States, bro. It's there's more options. It's more expensive in terms of fiat.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of more options in terms of healthier food.
Absolutely. Are you eating any carbs these days?
I am. I'm going pretty hard on the carbs, to be honest. Yeah. Because I've been walking a lot and it's kind of like an OMAD approach with the carbohydrates, or maybe like 2 meals in a shorter time frame. But I definitely notice a difference in terms of satiation. Bring back the carbs, I start getting hungry, which is a good idea if you want to clean bulk, but it's not a good idea if you're trying to lose weight or become metabolically flexible. But I've been doing a lot of gnocchis, the potatoes, just white potatoes, sometimes sweet, a little rice. But overall, in my opinion, people could live without carbohydrates.
I could see that.
For sure.
I love gnocchi.
Gnocchis are amazing.
How do you ensure the quality on those?
You don't. You kind of have to ask, to be honest. But if it's casero, like, or it's like homemade, there's a spot here in Miami. I'll send it to you later.
Please.
Yeah, it's a good spot. They got stew gnocchi with meat. It's good.
That's my vibe, man.
It's good. It's good. But no, I'm definitely carb cycling. But for carbohydrates, bro, if you live in a carb-centric paradigm in terms of your body, in terms of the vessel that we're given, and you only give it carbohydrates, bro, there's no way you can develop an elite physique just based off of lifestyle. You're going to have to do a lot of training, a lot of compensating, because whenever you cut the food, your body is still expecting carbohydrates as the main source of energy. You've kind of never prompted fat as a potential option. And sometimes it's not our fault. Like, you're born into planet Earth and you have unresponsible parents giving you cookies, giving you ice cream. Oh, look how cute he looks. Look at the face. Give him another ice cream. You think the kid's going to grab another green bean, another piece of white chicken if you give them the sugar? No. You've literally programmed them and you don't know it.
Yep. There's a new study that came out. If you don't give your kids sugar the first 1,000 days of life, they end up living way longer.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
There's parents giving their 4-year-old like sugar.
That and the iPad.
Yeah. That could be equally as bad, honestly.
And yeah.
Fries their attention span.
You have the blue light that permeates through the eyeballs, because what people don't realize is different light spectrums permeates the body in different lengths. So what's behind the eyes?
The brain.
And the blue light affects the brain.
That's crazy.
Right? And then you have the 5G that you're holding. You're an electric being. You're made up of water. Water potentiates with 5G, bro. People that live close to 5G towers, if they have a pool or something, usually those are the people that tend to call before, because those are ones that are noticing like effects from the towers.
Damn. So water amplifies it?
I think water amplifies everything.
Wow. It is a conductor, so that makes sense. Holy crap. No, there's some concerning stuff with the 5G towers. People that live close to those.
Yeah.
A lot of health issues.
I'm telling you, bro, like living out in nature, you feel the healing properties of being out in nature, bro.
Yeah.
Grounding, stuff like that. And it's kind of like, yeah, if you live in a modern city, you kind of have to find ways to hedge yourself. So instead of like partying, getting drunk and late in the weekend, go out in nature, go for a hike. And that's your hedge for the chaotic week that you got in the zoo, the cement zoo.
Wherever you guys are watching this show, I would truly appreciate it if you follow or subscribe. It helps a lot with the algorithm. It helps us get bigger and better guests, and it helps us grow the team. Truly means a lot. Thank you guys for supporting, and here's the episode.